Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Chapter 14. Leadership. Get connected. Self-awareness. A nation's future depends on its leaders and their leadership. If a leader of a nation is honest, hardworking, that nation can make a good progress and development. Instead, if a leader of the nation is greedy, unpatriotic, dishonest, that nation can be gutted down. So the people of a nation must choose their leader a great and patriotic. It is our duty to conserve the glory of our country. Knowledge acquisition. Value Priyarsini. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. He and his wife Kamala were blessed with a baby girl on 19th November 1917 at Anand Bhavan in Allahabad. The child was given the name Indira Priyadarshini, meaning dear to the sight. She was the only child of Jawaharlal Nehru. A graduate of Visva Bharati University, Bengal, she also studied at the University of Oxford, England. She joined the Indian National Congress Party and became active in India's independence movement. In 1942, she married Feroz Gandhi, a Parsi lawyer who was also active in the party. Indira grew up happily in a loving home. She was over-intelligent for her age and observed closely the things happening around her. First and foremost, Indira was an Indian. She liked things which were Indian. Once she refused to accept an expensive dress from Paris which was presented by a close friend. When the Swadeshi movement was in progress in India as protest against the partition of Bengal, she even burnt her favorite doll in the bonfire. She worked for and joined the Indian National Congress and was elected its president in 1959. Jawaharlal Nehru never wanted his daughter to be a minister, but she became the Prime Minister of India. In July 1966, 2 years after her father's death and 6 years after her husband's death, Indira Gandhi came to the top, not by any chance or miracle. She rose to the top because of her sincerity, dedication, and efficiency. The following year, she was elected for a 5-year term by the parliament members of the dominant Congress Party. She led her party to a landslide victory in the national elections of 1971. She was great both in space and in war regarding her involvement in the Bangladesh War of 1971. It is said that she played the part of Lord Krishna in the Battle of Kurukshetra. No other woman ever played such a leading role as the architect of human destiny and the defender of the suffering people of a neighboring country. She was so honest and loyal to her country and party that Dr. Kissinger, President Nixon's national security advisor, said of her, "She is a tough lady who cannot be bought or bribed." She always followed her father's advice, "Be brave and all the rest will follow." All her actions show her to be brave and daring. Her speeches are all full of this courage and patriotism. Here is an extract from her exhortation to her compatriots. We want truth to pervade all our actions. Fearlessness is an essential part of truth. We should be as fearless today as we were during the struggle for freedom. We should not be afraid of making changes. We should be willing to adopt new paths and to imbibe new ideas. She was a true patriot whose only interest was the development of the nation. Her tenure as the Prime Minister of the country brought sweeping for the upliftment of the downtrodden. Garibi Hatao was a slogan that her government coined. Nationalization programs, instituted unpopular birth control policies, and abolition of the privy purses were all meant to help the common man. Mrs. Indira Gandhi had said that she was prepared to shed every drop of her blood for her country and her people. Unfortunately, this great patriotic leader was brutally murdered by her own bodyguards on 31st October 1984. Every Indian should imbibe and emulate her patriotic spirit. Children, Mrs. Indira Gandhi was a great leader. Good and effective leadership brings out the best in people and make people get involved in the work. A good leader makes himself or herself available and builds up an atmosphere of trust and confidence. Old saying, "Leaders are born not made," is a myth. Anyone can pick up ideas of leadership and develop into an effective leader. In order to develop good leadership, one must avoid selfishness, favoritism, lack of concern for others, etc. A selfish person will not be a successful leader because on one time or other, he going to be discovered and thrown out. Favoritism and nepotism are equally dangerous. These have proved to be the death knell of many great leaders. Good leaders are respected, loved and almost adored. They are in great demand everywhere. They will be successful in life and be remembered even after death. We can either lead or be led. It depends on what we do now. If we decide to lead, we should certainly be effective leaders. That is possible if we start training ourselves now by cultivating the qualities required and utilizing the opportunities provided by the school.
Like, share and subscribe.